So you're thinking about moving to Naples, Florida. Today, we're going to take a map tour of the city. I'm going to be showing you Naples on a map to familiarize you more with Naples and certain key parts of Naples. And I'll be pointing out neighborhoods in all different budgets. So if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about Naples, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the updates in the Naples real estate market. My name is Mindy Sylvester, and I've been selling real estate in Naples for 24 years. And we have many people every day, just like you, are thinking about moving to Naples. So if you're thinking about moving, whether it's a week from now or a year from now, our contact info is in the description below. So shoot us a message and we'll be happy to help you make a smooth move to Naples. So let's get right into this Naples tour. So here's the Naples map. Let's just go ahead and start big. Let's start with what was just announced as the second most expensive neighborhood in the country. That is Port Royal. So down here in the very southwest part of Naples, you'll see the neighborhood called Port Royal. This neighborhood started in the late 1940s by a man named Glenn Sample. Glenn was selling lots then for $25,000. Now, the least expensive home in Port Royal is $7.5 million. It goes all the way up to $295 million. I'm sure you've seen that on the news right down here. Right around here is a $295 million home for sale in the market. It's not my listing, but I wish it was. If you want to buy it, love to sell it to you. So there are around 600 homes in Port Royal. Most are waterfront, most have deep canal access. So then when you move a little further north, oh, this is a great place to ride your bicycle too. All along Gordon Drive here. It's a beautiful ride, not a lot of traffic, no sidewalks, but there is a bike lane for the most part, and it's just a really beautiful place to ride. Port Royal is not gated. Most of the homes have gates, but you can ride your bike or take a walk along the beautiful multi-million-dollar homes. It's absolutely gorgeous. So just north of Port Royal is Aqualane Shores. Aqualane Shores is a smaller neighborhood. There are about 350 homes in Naples, and most have deep water access. These are slightly less than Port Royal, but you still have many multi-million-dollar homes for sale. And then just north of Aqualane Shores is one of the most popular neighborhoods in Naples. One of my favorite neighborhoods is Olde Naples. And Olde Naples is great because it offers downtown living, but yet just minutes, in some cases, blocks to the award-winning white sand beaches. So on 3rd Street South, you've got great shopping, great restaurants. It's just a really pretty place to go. Let's find 3rd Street South here. So 3rd Street is right. If you look at my cursor, 2nd Street. 3rd Street. So here's a little trick about Naples. So the avenues run east-west. So the avenues run into the beach and the streets run north and south. So here's 3rd Street South right here. And they have farmers markets on Saturday mornings, and they have a really great turnout. Lots of really great local vendors there. And here's Tommy Bahama's, which is a really popular place to go. Jane's Cafe is a really popular breakfast place. So people in these homes can walk to 3rd Street. They can walk to the beach, the Naples Pier, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually under construction right now. It's right here. Ian got a hold of it. So it is currently under construction, but hopefully we'll be back up and running soon. And then another great part of this is all Olde Naples right here, runs all the way up. 5th Avenue South is probably the busiest, best street in Olde Naples. It's just lined with dozens of different restaurants, cute little shops, really good Italian food. Tulia is a really great restaurant. One of my favorites, I think it's a chain though, is Ocean Prime. Very good. Chops is a local restaurant that's been along for a long time. Here's Cafe Milano here on the right. really good Italian food. There is the Inn on Fifth, which is a hotel right there on Fifth Avenue. Not a lot of homes. There are some homes where the first floor is a restaurant or a shop, and the second floor is a residence. So there are some of those, but mostly the homes are not on Fifth Avenue. They're in the surrounding areas. In Old Naples, you've got many different types of price ranges. You've got small 1-2 bedroom condos for right now in the 400s. So this video is done in June of 2024. So right now we do have condos in the 400s, very small, like 1,000 square feet, and then homes all the way up to above 20 million. So all different price ranges in Old Naples, depending on what you're looking for. So Central Avenue is a main artery that runs off of 41. So that's one of the busier streets. And that's where it's divided. So then after you go north on Central, now we're at the north streets. So everything south of Central is First Avenue South, Second Avenue South, Third Avenue South. Then when you go north of Central, now it's the north streets. So one difference between homes for sale on the north streets versus the south streets is that you can typically get a little bit more for your money because you're not really in walking distance as much, or biking distance to Fifth Avenue and 3rd Street, whereas the prime area here is this triangle here where you can walk to 3rd Street and Fifth Avenue and the beach. So the further you get away from Fifth Avenue, generally the more you get for your money, and the larger the lots are generally. Obviously there's all different types of homes, all different ages, upgrades, levels, and they do vary, but I'm just generally speaking here. So when you go further north, beyond Old Naples, you're going to run into Coquina Sands. And Coquina Sands is where the new Four Seasons is being built right now. So that's going to be pretty spectacular. And the landscape is really changing in Coquina Sands. We have a new Rosewood Residences, which started at 13 million. I believe it's up to 30 million for some places. There are a couple other buildings here that are just really going to change the landscape. Very high end, starting $11-12 million. This is Laudermilk Park here. It's a public park, beach park. You can have picnics there. There's volleyball. It's a great public access park. One thing I want to point out is one great thing. If you're deciding between living in North Naples and South Naples, here's one thing to consider. If you are a beach goer, when you're in South Naples, can you see all of these little streets here? They all lead to the beach. So the beach goers are all spread out for many, many miles along this beach. Now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to scroll ahead for a second here. When you get up to the north part of Naples, you have public beach garages. So up here on Vanderbilt Beach, if you want to go to the beach on Vanderbilt Beach, you're going to park in a parking garage. It's a very nice beach. It's very beautiful. All the beaches in Naples are beautiful. But I don't know about you. I don't want to go where everyone else is going. I don't want to go to a parking garage to park. So that's one great thing about being in South Naples, is that you have lots of different beach parking spots, and it's really spread out throughout. So back to Coquina Sands. When you head a little bit north of Coquina Sands, the next neighborhood is the Moorings. And the Moorings and Park Shore are very similar neighborhoods. The Park Shore is just north of the Moorings. It is a vast variety of different homes for sale. You've got beach condos over here on Gulf Shore Boulevard. You've got condos in the Bay, which are just across the street. You've got single family homes. These homes on Windward and Leeward are absolutely gorgeous. I just sold one on Windward last year. Beautiful home, $9 million, absolutely spectacular. You've got little condos in the 400s. You've got original homes in the under 2 million range, and you've got multi-million-dollar mansions. So there is a wide variety of homes for sale in the Moorings. It's a beautiful neighborhood. Not a lot of waterfront homes, but they're all very nice. It's a very well kept neighborhood. It's not gated. You can ride your bike through it or take a walk. It's really pretty. So then after you keep going north from the Moorings, you're going to run into Park Shore. Like I said, Park Shore is very similar to Moorings. tendency to be a little bit less expensive than the Moorings in general. The closer you get to Old Naples, I feel like that's the high price point, and it kind of expands out from there. So the further you get away from Old Naples, where most people really want to be if they can afford it, the less expensive it gets. But still, multi-million-dollar homes, still the same variety. You've got beachfront condos, bayfront condos. One great thing about the Park Shore area is that there's the villages of Venetian Bay, and they have some great restaurants there. They have the fish house, they have a pub, they have a great Italian restaurant. Bayside is there. It's a really good restaurant as well. So then when you go a little bit further north, you run into Seagate, which is a very small area. There are a few streets right here that have waterfront access, not real deep water access. And then Seagate, there are some condos and high rises there in Seagate. You can't connect here, but if you could walk it, but you got to go back around here up to Seagate. Seagate is also known as Pine Ridge Road. So one of my favorite spots here in Naples is Waterside Shops. Waterside Shops is very high-end shopping. You've got Saks, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. You've got pretty much all kinds of great shopping and some good restaurants there. Just north of Waterside Shops is Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay is a huge neighborhood. You can see it runs all the way up. It's west of 41, all the way to the beach, all the way up to Vanderbilt Beach Road. This entire thing is Pelican Bay. It's comprised of 88 different neighborhoods and 6,500 homes. It started being built in the 80s and early 90s. And there are still a couple, there's a brand new building now. The newest building is called Mystique, and they've got a new one there called A Peak, which is absolutely gorgeous. You can get in there, I think, around $8-9 million right now. Contact me for the latest prices. I don't really like quoting prices because I don't know when you're going to watch this video and things change. So contact me and I'll give you the exact prices of those buildings. They are beautiful. But just like the other neighborhoods I've mentioned, there's a wide variety of homes within Pelican Bay as well. You've got small 2-3 bedroom condos for around the 500s, all the way up to multi-million-dollar homes. Within Pelican Bay is a neighborhood called Bay Colony, which is the most exclusive part of Bay Colony. They have their own beach club and high rises, single family homes, multi-million-dollar neighborhood, very beautiful neighborhood. Just north of Pelican Bay, you've got Naples Park. Naples Park has a lot of original homes there built in the 90s, smaller homes, and it's being kind of rebuilt. There's a lot of homes are being torn down with around $1 million, maybe $1.2 million, $1.3 million homes being built there. Some streets are a little bit better than others. You can see that some have more through traffic from 41. And of course, as you get closer to the beach, the homes get a little bit more expensive. The closer to 41 would generally speaking be less expensive. And then of course, as you go west, closer to the beach, it gets a little bit more expensive. And just to the west of Naples Park is Connors. And Connors is a beautiful neighborhood. It's all waterfront land lots here. All these streets are canal access. And then across, we have to go to Vanderbilt Beach or Mockley Road to get there, is the Vanderbilt Beach area. So Vanderbilt Beach, we're getting a brand new Ritz-Carlton, and these are all high rises here on the beach, which most of them have really good unobstructed views. And then across the street are the bayfront condos, which have a nice view of the bay. Everybody's got their preference as to whether they like beachfront or bayfront. Some people really like to look at the, beautiful Gulf of Mexico. It's absolutely spectacular. But some people prefer bayfront because at night the Gulf is completely black, whereas the bay is really pretty with lights. Obviously, generally, the beachfront homes are usually more expensive. So then you go a little bit further north on Mockley Road. You've got a beautiful neighborhood of high-rise there called Moraya Bay. And just north of that is Delmar Oregon State Park. There's beach access there, and it's very pretty. So you're in North Naples now. Once you hit about, I'd say Vanderbilt Beach Road is typically what they call North Naples. So generally, people have a preference as to whether or not they're North Naples or South Naples people. I've been a South Naples person my whole life, but there are great parts of both. Personally, I like South Naples. I just feel like I like the access to Olde Naples, the beaches down there. I ride my bike there every Saturday and Sunday. And it's just, I love it. I think the best thing about it is that you can go to the beach and watch the sunset and walk 2 blocks and be at a really great restaurant. I just love it. It's gorgeous down there. But back to North Naples. Off of Immokalee Road, the main arteries going north-south in Naples are 41, Goodlet Frank Road, Airport Road, and Livingston Road. So Livingston is the least crowded, and 41 is one that you'll want to avoid at any chance you get. Try to hop on Goodlet. 41 is a million lights, so it's a little bit more congested. So it's kind of scattered throughout North Naples, just to pick out a few things. A lot of different golf course communities. Tiburon Golf Club is a beautiful golf course associated with the Ritz-Carlton. It's gorgeous. There's a beautiful park here, North Collier Regional Park. They have a lot of baseball games, a lot of fields, a lot of activities there. They have a water park. It's a really fun place to go. Livingston has a bike lane down the entire thing. So if you're a biker, you can ride for miles and miles there. Let's see, what else do I want to point out here? So many great things about Naples. It's hard to choose. All of these little neighborhoods here are basically gated communities. You've got the Vineyards over here. So we're now east of 75. The Vineyards is actually a pretty big neighborhood. There are several different, just like Pelican Bay, there are several different neighborhoods within the Vineyards. And the further you go east, generally the newer they are. Like we're not really building, there are no new developments any further west than this because there's no more land. So all the new developments are really coming out here. Immokalee Road, Gulf Coast High School is a very popular school that many people want to get into. Up North Naples, the Northeast corridor, this is where most of the building's going on. This is really where the land is. So these are where the newer developments are coming in. You've got GL Homes has a lot of neighborhoods. They are finished now, but they're very popular, which is Riverstone, StoneCreek. They just built Valencia Trails. They're like Disneyland. They have the great amenity centers, low fees. So all the GL Home properties are very popular like that. You've got the Esplanade Golf and Country Club, which is a really popular golf community, bundled golf community. So they have reasonable fees. And like I said, this is where you're a little far out here. Twin Eagles is a very nice, very exclusive golf club. And you can see it's like not quite as populated there. Big neighborhood. So kind of let's go Old Florida, really nice golf course. I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite neighborhoods. So if you're not a neighborhood kind of person, just east of Livingston Road, in between Pine Ridge and Vanderbilt, is a neighborhood called Livingston Woods. Livingston Woods is great. Most of the properties there are around 2.5 to 5 acres. No HOAs. Many people have tennis courts, guest houses. You can have horses there. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I love Livingston Woods. Very similar neighborhood to that, but much more expensive if you like that type of neighborhood, is called Pine Ridge. And Pine Ridge runs from Vanderbilt Beach Drive to the north, all the way down to Pine Ridge Road, right here. So this is Pine Ridge, and these homes are generally almost all more than an acre. Some, I think the average is probably around 2 acres, and they are very nice. Probably the averages of the newer homes are around $6 million right now. So these homes are a little bit more expensive than Livingston Woods. It's just a very exclusive neighborhood. It's not gated. You could drive around that as well. Beautiful neighborhood. So a lot of people are going towards the neighborhoods that aren't gated, but it all depends on what you like, because there are a lot of neighborhoods that offer a lot of amenities, resort style communities. Some of my favorite resort style communities are in South Naples. Let's just touch on that for a minute. So we're going to go down now to Southeast Naples. And we are going to talk about Azure at Hacienda Lakes. I do have a video on Azure specifically, if you want to find that video. So this is Azure at Hacienda Lakes. It is a Toll Brothers community. It's a resort style community with really reasonable HOA fees. I feel like you're on vacation every day. You've got villas, coach homes, single family homes, starting with 600s all the way up to around 2 million. But you kind of feel like you're on vacation every day. A really resort style community. Esplanade at Hacienda Lakes, very similar to the one I mentioned earlier, the golf course community, Esplanade in North Naples. However, this one doesn't have golf. It's just a much smaller neighborhood. You've got Verona Walk. There are a few walks in Naples. There's Verona Walk and Island Walk. There are also Island Walk and Bonita. They're all very similar neighborhoods, and Village Walk. So you've got Island Walk, Village Walk, and Verona Walk. They're all the same builder, all the same floor plans, just different parts of town. They have a big amenity center and coach homes, villas, single family homes, a huge neighborhood. They have their own post office, their own gas station. It's really like very, they have pretty much everything there. It's really nice. They're older neighborhoods built in the early 2000s. Then you're going to go down to, we're going way east now. We're going to Naples Reserve, and that is a very nice neighborhood. It's not the best location, but it's a nice neighborhood. You got to really want to stay at the south end of Naples, because if you're going up to Mercado, which is up off Vanderbilt Beach Road, you're not going to want to live all the way down here. But it's a nice neighborhood. You get a lot for your money. But my other favorite neighborhood, we're going to go back up to 41 here. So I kind of jumped around a little bit. So this is the 41. 41's confusing. It goes northeast and south. It goes north, south, and then it kind of goes east, west. So we like to confuse people, and we like to name roads multiple names. Like 41 is also called 9th Street. It's also called Tamiami Trail. We like to have different names. We like to confuse the tourists, I guess. So we're heading back now. I was just in the very southeast part of Naples. Now we're going to head back up a little towards the beach. And you've got Treviso Bay, which is a golf course community, very nice community. It's got single family homes and condos and a beautiful amenity center, spa, very similar to Esplanade, golf course community, TPC golf community. And then probably one of the most popular neighborhoods in the area, just north of Treviso Bay, is the Isles of Collier Preserve. I've also done a complete video on the Isles of Collier if you want to take a look at that. But the Isles of Collier is just a beautiful neighborhood. It's very, very popular. There are cottages, coach homes, villas, and single family homes in there, ranging from the 600s, 700s all the way up to 3-4 million. Then you are going to head back towards the beach. Beautiful Sugden Park here. It's a nice place to go hang out. They have water ski shows there. And then you're going to head up towards the Bayshore district, which is a really up and coming area. We have the Celebration Park, which is a food truck park. And that's a fun place to go. There's live music. And you head down Bayshore Drive. It's like the art district now. So we've got breweries. We've got some new restaurants popping up. Real fun kind of place to hang out. And then you'll run into the Naples Botanical Garden, which is beautiful. And then Windstar. Windstar is a golf community, and they also have a shuttle to Key Waden Island, which is a fun island to take a boat to and go hang out. So I kind of just took you all around Naples. There's so much to see and do. It's just such a beautiful place. I'm so thankful to call it home. So what can I tell you? What are the secrets about Naples? Well, I'm going to tell you, but you can't tell everyone, because if I did, it won't be a secret. So if you're coming to Naples and you want to go to the best beach, and you're going to go back down where I told you in Port Royal, and you're going to go all the way down here, and there's few areas where you don't think there are beaches, but there are public beaches, and it's like 32nd Avenue, and it's really quiet. There are times you can go down there and there's no one on the beach. It's so beautiful and so private. And then let's tell you about a couple of restaurants. So kind of one of the fun places the locals go is the coffee shop at Creighton Cove. And it is just a little hole in the wall coffee shop breakfast place that has the best breakfast, the best pancakes, and the best hash browns. And that is in Creighton Cove, and it's really good. And there's not a lot of seating in there, so where am I? The Cove Inn. I was right here. Okay, it's right there, the Cove Inn on Naples Bay. That's where the coffee shop is. That's good. But don't tell everybody because we won't ever be able to get in there. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions about any specific neighborhoods, of course, give us a call and we'll be happy to give you information about any different neighborhood that you like and help you find a home in your price range. Okay, thanks for watching and we look forward to talking to you soon.